Hello, with this week's sessions, we learned about light, particle, and wave duality. First of all, we know light as wave. So light has three characteristics. One is reflection. Second is diffraction. Lastly, third is reflection, interference. And light is some of electromagnetic waves, so we can explain these waves as sine functions. And these sine functions contains a wave vector and angular frequency, which is 2 pi product f is angular frequency, and wave vector is 2 pi over lambda. And there is more explanations about the speed of light using these two parameters I said. If we angular frequency over wave vector, we can know speed of light, and there is some explanations over light is wave. There is Young's dual slit experiment. Basically, it means that if there is two slits and there's difference between these two, distance between these two slits, and if slit has difference about lambda product integer, there is a constructive if two product distance and sine theta, which is angles between these two slits, and is integer product lambda, there is a constructive interference between them. It is just a explanation about light's wave characteristic. And there is X-ray diffraction experiment. Now, using this Young's dual slit experiment, so we can know about the atoms, molecules structure using X-ray. But if we use time domain, it will have a constructive interference or destructive interference between them. So we use Laplace transform to prevent this error. So if we move to frequency domain from time domain, we can know about the molecular structure. And the other hand, there is a photoelectric effect, which means that as light, there is some open circuit on the vacuum tube, and if we shoot the light, and eventually there is a electric potentials between them. So there is two graphs between them, and one is showing that even how intensity of light goes up, it has higher current, not the potential energy. However, in this side, there is a significant difference between them. So, which means if we if we shoot the light about more frequency, and the minimum voltage to the circuits gets lower. And lastly, there is a Compton effect. It is basically sees light as a packet with energy, which means particles. So this scenario is X-ray hits the light particles, and after the collision, there is another light and moving particle. So energy can be explained with ha mu, and speed of light can be h mu, h lambda mu, which means a frequency. And there we can explain about p, which means mv. If we gather all things up, we can know about the here p on the light particles, and this one is kinetic energy of the particles. On this formula, that means that the light particle can have discrete so electric lights can have only for a lambda. It is dominant about that. This is all for today.